with the release of Paldean Fates, which occurred right around 3 months ago at the time of this recording, I thought it would be cool to kind of look back and see over that span what's become the top five most valuable chase cards that you can get from the set. Now, I understand this is a collector set, meaning there is very little that was added in terms of the actual TCG. They mainly just reprinted cards that would already be used in the TCG, but still, it'd be cool to see what's the chase cards in the set, keeping in mind people's personal preferences, the playability, artwork, all that stuff. Keeping in mind those things, we'll make the list. And before we jump in, all I ask is that you leave a like and you comment on the video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. All right, so before we jump into that top five, I think this top five has been pretty consistent over the past several weeks, even months. And that's mainly due, I mean, since the set's been out and sort of stabilized the market, I think the chase cards and what people are using in their like standard decks in terms of the TCG have also stabilized. So I think consistently moving forward, we'll see these as like the top five. So starting off at number five, we have the Shiny Pikachu, which is the most shiny of like the baby shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pikachu, that comes in right around 32 bucks. Can anybody be surprised that Pikachu is in the top five? No. Pikachu's the mascot of Pokemon. Very popular. In terms of the actual artwork, nothing crazy about it, but you have the mascot of Pikachu. Everybody loves Pikachu. So any surprise that it's in the top five? No, not really. The price did, however, drop. So I think starting off it was right around $55, and then we usually see like a drop in the value, and it's now right around 32 bucks for the Pikachu card. Number four, we have Iono, which is the supporter. Iono, the supporter special illustration rare card. So this is now coming in around 35 bucks. It was $60 closer to release, but it has a very solid artwork. Number one, that's why people will want to pull the card. The artwork's real great. I love how they have the other like Pokemon in the background. They have Mischievous, they have Bellibolt, they have Magnemite, there's a few other Pokemon in the artwork. So that's fantastic. So that's on point. It's also a very playable card in terms of the TCG. So it is known as kind of like a hand disruption card. You can play it early game as more of a hand refresher. If you play it towards the end of the game, it's more of a disruption. And it can throw off your opponent, especially if they don't have as many prize cards. Then they're not going to be drawing as many cards, 2, 3, 1, something like that. So it can disrupt it in that sense. Now the issue with this card is that there is another reprint. Paldea Evolved has its own special illustration rare that people might pursue. They might like that artwork more than this one. And also, it is an uncommon card, so people might just opt to use the uncommon card if they're playing competitive. It's more of like the collectors that might want this illustration, this type of artwork. So that absolutely can impact its value. On to number three, we have Gardevoir EX. Again, another reprinted card. This is the special illustration rare, coming in at around $50. Believe it or not, it was around $120 closer to release. So over half lost its value by half, right? But incredible design. So because of that design, it would be very, very popular. The color palette's good. The background is woven into the card. You see the whooper off in the background, that sort of thing, right? It looks very good. One of the things that's holding this card back is in base set Scarlet and Violet, you have that whole evolution line of Rolf, Kirlia, Gardevoir. That whole story, which is an incredible artwork series. People would prefer that artwork. I know I do, to be honest. I prefer that artwork line over this one. So if I were to try to get a Gardevoir EX, I would actually opt to do base set and search for Gardevoir. But in terms of playability, it is one of the standard theme decks now that we have, because Gardevoir can really give you that energy acceleration with its ability, and it'll fill up, you know, energy in terms of active bench Pokemon, and you usually play it from the bench, and you use its ability, which is Psychic Embrace, and that allows you to add any number of energy cards from your graveyard onto your Pokemon. You just have to put damage counters on the Pokemon you add the energies to. But also early game, you can use it as sort of like a beat stick if it's your active Pokemon, because it has a pretty powerful attack. But typically you don't want to do that because the retreat cost is high, and you really do just want to play it off the bench to boost up your other Pokemon. But again, playability is really good, so that's why it's going to be 3 on this list. All right, top 2. We got Mew EX. I mean, if you've seen the card, you know why this is top 2. It is absolutely adorable. So it started off a high value, like $140 or something like that, $135 when it first came out. Now it's sitting at around $75, $76. So we usually see that, and to be honest, the value of this card has gone up and down. So it was really high, and then it dropped, and then it made a pretty significant bounce back, but not to the point where it's, you know, the most valuable sought after card. But you look at the artwork, it was created by I don't know how you say the name, UCG Men, something like that. But and it's an artist first time designing a card for Pokemon, and did a fantastic job. It just looks absolutely adorable with a, you know, real simple but cute design, and no wonder people want to, you know, get this card as part of their collection. And now we have the top spot. I mean, come on. Charizard EX. You see the card. Charizard EX. Terra Charizard EX. Could any other Pokemon have gone through, was it 4 or 5 other versions? Different versions? There's 4 in Obsidian Flame. There's 1 promo card. But still, it comes out on top. Usually, if that happens, it's gonna bang, you know, low price. Nobody wants it that many times, but it's Charizard. The artwork is incredible. And then also, in terms of playability, it is a very playable card, basically because of the stats, right? 330 HP, something crazy like that. And then it has an amazing ability in terms of Infernal Rain, which allows you to attach 3 energy, fire energy, to your Pokemon in any way you like. So that's pretty fantastic. And then it has a no drawback attack. So for 2 energy, you can do 180 plus. So it can become a pretty big beat stick. So, you know, in terms of playability, it's in some of the top decks, and that's why it's going to be one of the top chase cards, not just in this set, but in terms of Scarlet and Violet, the entire Scarlet and Violet series, starting from base set to this point. It's going to be up there at the top for the foreseeable future. And there you have it, right? Top 5 cards, reasons why they are the top 5 cards. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of content. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, or if you have different top 5s in terms of personal preference, playability, all that good stuff. Let me know down in the comments. Also, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.